Okay, so on Wednesday, you were working on 11 find rectangles, and you had a handful of practice questions to complete. So you were asked to complete the number question. Question 4. Our directions use the distributive property to find the area. Show your multiplication and addition equations. So here's our shape. So we could either split up our shape either vertically or horizontally. So let's say I divide it right here. So it's 3 by 4 on the left line and a 3 by 4 on the right side. So for here, and then what add was on the other side. Over here, both of them are the same equation. They both equal 12. So 12 plus 12 is 24. All right. Question 6 says, draw a line to break apart the shape into rectangles. Find the area of the shape. So if here is my shape, I'm going to split it off where I can form 2 rectangles. So here's one on the top. That's a 2 by 3. And then we have a 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 times 3 is 6. 9 plus 18 equals 24. Now, could you have also decided to do this way? So gotten 24 as the total area. In the back. Question 8. This leaves each square unit as a foot. Draw a line with apart into rectangles. What is the total area? So maybe I split it this way. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 times 9 will be one of my rectangles. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're also going to add what 6 times 7 is. 9 is 36. 6 times 7 is 42. 36 plus 42 is 78. And we're getting square feet. Question 10. Shape area. What would you? I'm going to break it apart this way. And why did I decide to break it apart? So that I could create my equal arrays. So I might say, draw lines to separate the shape into equal arrays. So after that, what I do in the area of and them up. The area of each shape, and then add it all up. And then question 12 says, feature a diagram on grid paper. Each unit is 1 square meter. Area surrounding the patio is green. How many square meters of the grass is in his backyard? The answer is letter C, 26 squares, because we're not counting the patio. All right. Lesson 11.9. Same perimeter, different area. So Toby has 12 feet of boards to put in a sandbox. How long should he make each side so that sandbox is as large as possible. So what's the greatest perimeter Toby can make for his sandbox? So around, that tells me that we're dealing with perimeter, 12. So if he only has 12 feet, he can only use up to 12 feet. The greatest his perimeter can be. So use files to make all the rectangles. You can have a perimeter of 12, draw and label the sandbox and the area. So they gave one example here. So it's 1 on both sides and 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. That would say 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 is equal to 12. But if for sandbox 2, we made it 2 units long and 4 units wide. And if we did 2, 4 plus 2 plus 4, we'd still get 12. And what if we did sandbox 3, like a square, and had each side worth 3? 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is equal to 12. They all have the same perimeter. We have 1 times 5, which is fine. Sandbox 2, 2 times 4, which is 8. And sandbox 3, 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. So, which has the largest? 1, 2, or 3? And the largest? Sandbox 3 is the greatest. So, the largest area that Toby could make with 12 units would be a sandbox that's 3 feet long. Number from right up here. Let's try another one. It says draw rectangles with the same perimeter in different areas. A, draw a rectangle that has a perimeter of 20 units and an area of 24 units. So, here's my rectangle. It's 4 on the sides and 6 on the top. 6 plus 6 is 12. 4 plus 4 is 8. 12 plus 8 is 20. And the area, 4 times 6, is equal to 24. So the sides of the rectangle measure 4 and 6. Part B, draw a rectangle that has a perimeter of 20 and an area of 25. So we have 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. Still have the perimeter of 20 and an area, 5, 10, 5, of 25. So they both have the same perimeter, but they have different areas. Let's do a few more. It says the perimeter of the rectangle is at the right. So we have 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3. 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, 4 plus 6 is 10. The area, 2 times 3, is 6. It says draw a rectangle that has the same perimeter as the rectangle in exercise 1 with a different area. So, you can do something like this. So it's 1 and 1 and 4 and 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, 9, 10. So what's the area for my shape in exercise 2? 1 times 4, 4 seconds. What's the greater area in exercise 1 or exercise 2? Greater area. So we're comparing 6 units to 4 square units. 6. So I would say the one in exercise 1. says if you were given a rectangle with a certain perimeter, how would you draw it so that it has the greatest area? So, if I look back at this exercise, 25 was the greater area. It's in the shape of a square. This one, we made sandboxes. We determined that sandbox 3 had the greatest area. It was also in the shape of a square. So the pattern I'm noticing is make a shape or try to make it close to a square at the greatest area. So you can make it as close to a square as possible. Okay, a few more. Just find the perimeter area with the area. So 2, 2, 2. So the perimeter is 8. My area 2 times 2, 4. B 1, 1, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8. Area times 3, which is the greatest area. A is the shape of a square. That's important to note. All right, on your own, I would like for you to do the odd numbers, and we'll go over it on tomorrow.